Welcome to EMBR E-Mountain Bike Adventures. Our ambition today is to provide you with a safe, enjoyable, active mountain bike experience you will treasure and possibly encourage you to participate in the future. If you were going to drive this car for the day, your first thoughts might be, how do I open the door? How do I start the engine? Is it a petrol engine or electric? How to change gears? Where is the parking brake? What if I crash? You might have the same thoughts about the e-mountain bike you are to ride today. Your specialized e-bike has front and rear adjustable suspension, gear shifters, disc brakes, power shift switch, walk mode, and a dropper post, which is a superb and essential part of this luxury mountain bike. Following this safety briefing, we will familiarize ourselves with our e-bikes and get to know and practice in a safe environment before we venture out on our adventure. Like any activity, there are essential safety procedures and common sense training we must insist on. You each have a clipboard with our printed terms and conditions, which we require you to accept and sign prior to riding, and provide some of your details, your email, your telephone number, and emergency contact number. Please inform us should you have any allergies or medical conditions, enabling us to care in a professional manner. Safety helmets. It is mandatory to wear a safety helmet securely and correctly fitted. Place the helmet on your head and adjust the internal fitting system as necessary. Typically have a gap between the back of the head and the rear face of the helmet shell. Fasten the strap under your chin. The front strap should be as vertical as possible, and the rear strap should join the front strap just below the ear, forming a V shape. Your helmet supplied today has been inspected and meets the required standard. Clothing and footwear. Clothing needs to be appropriate for riding an e-bike, taking into consideration possible changing weather conditions. Any loose garments or baggy trousers need to be secured so as not to foul in the bike's drive chain. Long sleeves can protect your arms in cases of slips and trips. Footwear needs to be covered, flat-soled, and suitable for both riding a bike and walking on uneven terrain. Open toes or heeled shoes are not permitted on this ride. Eye protection is advised, but not compulsory. One should consider airborne flies and matter, and sometimes overhanging branches. Glasses help to decrease the risk of objects flying into riders' eyes, especially in wet conditions. They also help protect riders' eyes from the wind. Even on calm days, eyes are constantly exposed to airflow at speed. EMBR has a supply of basic protective glasses with clear lenses for your comfort. Gloves, as slips and falls inevitably occur. Gloves are essential. They not only provide a better grip on the handlebars, but also offer some protection in inclement weather and in the event of a fall. E-biking is an energetic activity, and as we will be out in the environment for a few hours, our bodies will require hydration and nutrition to sustain our energy. It is wise to have something to eat and drink before starting our adventure, and to carry water and food we require for the day. Free bottled water is supplied, and high-fiber bars are available. The country code. As happy, joyful, and pleased as we wish you to be, we also wish you to be pleasant and considerate to all of the trail users, such as walkers, horses, horse-drawn vehicles, and other cyclists. Our ambition is not to leave a trace of where we've been. Your planned route for the day may be shortened or lengthened or adjusted, depending on how we are riding as a group, based on speed and difficulty. Emergency procedures. Your guide is trained in administrating first aid and dealing with emergencies, and will take control of any situation from carrying out trackside repairs to calling for the first response vehicle for a replacement e-bike. Extraction, or deciding if to call the emergency services. What should happen if the guide were to become incapacitated or unconscious? The guide carries an EMBR emergency contact card listing his personal details and emergency contact numbers. 1. Secure the area from any prospective future accidents. 2. Check the guide for vital signs, making sure his airways are clear. 3. If you call 999 from the guide's phone, the emergency services should know your exact location and ask for police and mountain rescue. 4. The guide's phone has what 3 words app installed. Open and the exact position will be identified by 3 words. 5. Alternatively, contact base control, who will know your Komoot GPS position. 6. The guide's backpack has provisions, and in inclement weather will have a group shelter. If you expect the guide to have sustained a neck or spinal injury, do not remove their helmet. Follow the advice of the emergency services. Base control will arrange for your extraction. Please follow their instructions. Emergency contact cards are available for you to carry. Getting to know your bike controls. Your specialized e-bike electronics are controlled from its onboard TCU computer. Press the power on button. For purposes of riding as a beginner, we need to remember that blue is economy mode, green is trail mode, and orange is turbo mode. These are controlled by a rocker control switch beneath your left thumb, positive more power, negative less power. The underside of this control switch is equipped with a walk assist button. When depressed, powers the bike at a walking pace for assistance when required. The TCU screen also provides you with information, such as how much battery power remaining and much more. Brakes. Your front brake is on the right and your back brake is on the left. They are hydraulic disc finger brakes. Named this because you can operate them with a single finger, leaving the rest of your fingers to grip around the handlebar. These brakes are adjustable to suit your fingers and requirements. Your guide will assist you with these adjustments should you find it necessary. 12-speed gear shifting is performed with your right thumb. The first lever to move gears with a single depression, the second to move down single gears with each depression. Gears do not change when you are freewheeling or stationary. You must be pedaling to successfully change gear. Your guide will practice this with you following this briefing. Your bell is located for right thumb operation. Experience has shown us, pedestrians with their backs to us, hear and react quicker to the bell than to a verbal request. Please remember to thank people who stand to one side. Dropper seat post. Up when pedaling measured to your leg stroke, then down for descending and placing both feet firmly on the ground when stationary and starting. Releasing the control fixes the seat height at whatever you choose. Suspension. Your bike is fitted with full suspension front and rear, just like the race car. This is adjustable to your weight, which your guide will check. Apart from being able to alter the pressure within the shock absorber while we ride, we can lock off the suspension or slow down the rebound for a fully cushioned ride. This is not important for today, as your guide will set up your suspension ready to ride, including your tire pressures to suit the terrain and ground conditions you will encounter. On returning from your adventure, please park your bikes under the instruction of your guide and return to the briefing room. Apart from returning your helmet and equipment, we require you to sign out from the ride. The QR code on your clipboard asks you to review your adventure with us today. If you feel we can do better in any areas, please ask the guide or the base control to record your comments. Before we finish the safety briefing, your guide will show and discuss our planned route for today. Depending on your progress and skill levels during the ride, your guide can extend or shorten the route accordingly. They will throughout the day constantly assess and monitor your levels of ability and fitness to complete the adventure. Should you feel unsure or wish at any time to walk a section of track or to avoid a particular risk, your guide will be happy to accommodate your requests. Most importantly, our ambition is to provide a safe, active, and memorable day in the hope you will wish to ride again or even purchase your own e-bike.